What's good, y'all? It is yo boy, Mr. G, today's host of Straw Hat Sit Down episode 190.
Let's go. Wow,
Hey.
190.
I know,
Yes.
I know, we are 10 away from the big 200. So today we have the whole crew here today, but I am hosting. So I wanted to introduce y'all. Thank you to my boy Wahas. How you doing today?
I'm good, man. I'm good, bro. I'm fasting for the holy month of Ramadan, so you know how it goes. It's gonna be already 11 plus days. It's kind of time is flying, man. It's a little scary.
Mm,
Uh,
that's true.
but I'm chilling, man. Great chapter. I'm excited to talk about it with you guys, man.
Yeah. Well, I did actually got back from vacation, so I actually forgot to mention I have this little guy next on my shoulder, little Grogito over here, chilling with us today. Listening about learning about that One Piece. But yeah, Callie, how you doing today, brother? Welcome back to the stream.
Thank you. Glad to be back. I am a little salty. I missed last chapter because that chapter was absolutely insane. But I'm glad to be here for this one because this one was also insane. I'm
Facts.
gonna miss you guys, miss talking about One Piece, and I'm excited to talk about this chapter here. Let's get into it, man.
Let's
Let's
do it.
do
Let's
it.
do it. And last but not least, that boy Straw Hat Mod. How you doing, brother?
What's good? What's good? I'm doing pretty good, chilling. These chapters have been like really freaking good. I've been up to this point, I just been constantly thinking about the next chapter since the last chapter reveal. And like I just been it feel like the days have been going slow to get to this point where break is over. But now I'm happy that like we're back on track. Hopefully get at least three chapters out of this, including this one before the next break or whatever. Cause man, this is really heating up and I love it.
Yeah.
No, you're not kidding, yo. It's just crack, yo. Oda's cooking right now, bro. Why we get together every week. One Piece chapter 1175. Niddhoggr. We have a cute little cover story with a Sabo koala and koalas.
Bro, I don't give a fuck about koala, bro. Give me the
Gucci,
stuff I came here
that's
for,
good.
bro.
Let's get
I've been
into
skipping
it.
them. I've been skipping them, but I don't know if I've skipped one that fast.
Yeah, that
Like
one.
after the way last
I
chapter
literally
ended.
read that title. I was like, okay, yeah, I know what I came here for. 1000%.
1000%. And we are back in action with a flame foot in the air, cutting down the ropes, the vines that are wrapped around Robin, with Sanji showing that he could cut through these vines pretty easily, which is pretty cool. Um, and we see the rest of the Straw Hats all free, and they're all relieved, like, oh, let's go. But Robin is already like, there's no time to celebrate. We got shit to do. And then Sanji already realizes as well. He already felt the hockey and felt the roar of Loki. And we see in the shadow, we see what are those things called? The nightmare creatures, the
Yeah,
whatever.
dream monsters, nightmare creature, whatever. Yeah,
Dream Tids?
Dream tids, yes.
sleep tids is how.
Sleep Tids. I was close.
Yeah.
Almost
You
there.
you reminded me.
Hey, but yeah, we got the sleep tids also looking in the same direction as the Straw Hats, wondering what the hell that is in the distance. Um, we then go to Western Village, where Loki drops off the kids and parents that are still affected by. Damn, what's his name? Man,
Summer's ability.
Yeah, Summer's ability. Damn, I am beefing it right now. Well, yeah, Summer's ability. So the kids are still crying, and the parents are all dying because they were all attacked, for trying to save the kids, and they're all gravely injured. But we have some people from Elbaf saying, "Oh, Loki, this village is in danger. Take the children somewhere safe." And Loki is just like, "Not my problem. The only thing I'll
That's real.
do to the people who climb on my back is dump them off. That's it. That's all I'm here for." I feel like that's very Cali like. And then we get this double spread, this full reveal of Loki in his glory as a big ass Western dragon. And he says, "Now get off of me." And then Luffy's like, "Oh, Zoro, hey, up here." Uh, and then Ja Rule? No.
Yeah.
Yeah. Word.
Ja Rule, Ja Rule.
Ja Rule.
Ja
Yo,
Rule.
Ja Rule, by the way. Yo,
We gotta let
we're
something
about
slide, man.
yeah, that was crazy, bro. We're about to bring out
It's
Ashanti.
the
Like, what
it's
the
the
hell,
J,
bro?
bro. Ashanti is nuts.
I
Yeah,
forgot.
it's
I forgot. Oh man. No. Oh, I'm dying. And he says, "Attention, Elbap. All the children are safe." Everyone's like, "Oh, thank goodness." Everyone's like, there's no longer any hostages. And Zoro's like, "What took you guys so long? And is that dragon?" Talking to Luffy, and Luffy's like, "Yeah, this is Loki. Yep, it's a safe place up here." And Zoro's just doubting that. And he's like, "Anyway, can you guys take care of those giants real quick? Because they are gonna destroy everything if you don't do something about it. Because they're just all nonchalant, just chilling. And then you have Oimo and the parents all attack, taking out the thorns that were stabbed into them. And Summers is also yelling at them because he's like, "No, we're not doing this. You're not supposed to be alive. You're all supposed to be dead. Give me, give me back my emotions." Is crazy.
This psycho, bro.
Yeah,
This guy is a true psychopath.
he really is. He feels robbed. We all saw last chapter. He was so excited for these guys to be dead, and he was elated. Like he was like, even though we failed the plan, uh, these guys died, and I am satisfied. One thing I did like before we go on, I did like about this page when we see Loki. You see the other dragon and the sleep tits uh, looking at him, and they're just scared. They're like, "What the fuck, bro?" Like that shit is hilarious.
Yes, he's in the midst, but they're shook of him, and they're huge, bro. So he is like, it's
Giant-
crazy how big he is, bro.
Dude, he's ginormous. Luffy's so big. Like Luffy's in his giant form, like, and he's still tiny compared to him. And yeah. One thing I realized because we've seen dragons before, dragon similar, one in Impel Down. No, not Impel Down.
Punk Hazard.
Punk Hazard. So you think that they were trying to like Vegapunk was also trying to make more like this form of dragon as well. I mean, I wouldn't doubt it. But they
I
did.
think the dragons look more like Loki than anything Kaido on Punk Hazard. So you're right.
Yeah, no,
I remember seeing somebody tweet to say that that it looked like this would have been something one of Vegapunk's experiments, such
Yeah, it
like
could.
that.
I mean,
Yeah,
it looks that way for sure.
I wonder
Yeah.
if they just like took Kaido's base and then try to mutate it because this was a forbidden fruit that was hidden in Elbat this whole time, so there was like no way to get any samples. Or
I mean,
anything like that.
allegedly Ryuma killed the dragon 400 years ago, right? So like, I assume they must exist somewhere.
That's
but
true. That's true. Yeah, that's true. All right. Well, no, it's just something that I was thinking about, and
no 100%.
Yeah.
but yeah, right, let's keep it going. Summer's crazy, and what's going on? Oh, and then so he continues. He's like, on the other hand, this works for me. If the brats are still alive, I haven't failed yet, and I can still take them to the Holy Land as planned. However, I'll finish off those half-dead parents now, using my thorn launchers, of course. And you got these ugly ass, like looking like from Jeepers Creepers, thorn snake things opening up.
Yeah,
And
they have
shooting
funny
at
ass
them.
faces.
Yeah, goofy as hell. And then what do we see? We see the kids stepping up to the plate and saying like, "We won't let you do that. We're going to protect our parents." And all of them stand in front
That
of
shit
their
was
parents, which is
nice.
awesome. Yeah, especially
Yeah, that
after
shit
like
was nice.
the parents did it for them by sacrificing themselves, and now the kids are like, "No, we're gonna repay our parents and do it too." Beautiful touch. Uh, Beautiful moment by Oda. And Summer's like, "Oh my goodness, oh that's so sweet. You kids are the best." And he's like, "Nah, I don't even care about the mission. Fuck this.
This
I'm
guy's
killing.
insane,
I'm killing
bro.
all y'all. You know what? Fuck this. I'm killing all y'all. Yeah, because this is what
This
needs to
guy's a
happen."
psychopath. Yeah.
He really is. Yo,
Genuine psychopath.
Oda really tapped into the sadistic side with Summers here, and it makes me curious about the other Holy Knights to see if they are as crazy, as fucked up, messed up as he is, or just like how they're quirky in their own way. So he says, I'll never forget the bravery written on your stupid little faces. Farewell. Shoot.
Yeah.
And then he starts going at the kids, shooting at thorns at them. And Ripley's like, "Please, Colin, just run." And Colin's like, "No, Mom, I'll keep you safe. I'll stay here." And we see the goat, the vice captain, the first mate of the Straw Hat Pirates, taking down every single thorn, not letting a single one touch the kids at all. Looking all serious and shit, and then Luffy's just cheering him on. I was like, "Yo, way to go! I always believed in you. Way to go, Zoro." And then Zoro's like, "I knew that. Now go." And Summer's just like, "Huh? Who did that? What the fuck?" And then we see giant Luffy jump in the air, and he's like, "That's Zoro. Remember the name. He's with me."
That was sick.
Gum
Oh
gum.
man, dude.
And then you see him just line him up, scope him out, and he says, "Don Thor rifle," and just nails, like, destroys Summer. Like, this shit
I don't
was
know if you saw
sick.
Mister, but he's in the panel before we saying gum gum. He's grabbing the lightning to
Oh,
punch him with. That's where the Thor comes from. So
oh,
it's a rifle where he twists his arm, grabs a lightning bolt, and then does a rifle with holding a lightning bolt.
damn, dude. Honestly, this is my third time reading this, and I missed that. That is actually so
Yeah,
cool.
yeah. No, I popped off when I saw this. Absolutely insane stuff.
Yeah, that was
Luffy is so
Yeah.
ridiculous.
goated, man.
What the fuck? Damn. That's
It made me
crazy.
realize like
Oh my god.
Luffy and Loki synergize well together because
They
Luffy
do.
is resistant to his lightning and can use
Right,
it the way he's done it versus Kaido and now
right.
Summers.
Dude,
Yeah.
the combination between these two is ridiculous. And just the progression from Luffy, right? Remember when he fought Kaido? And like he just realized like he didn't know he could grab lightning and he did. But now he's just like, I know I could do this shit. Grab this shit and infuse it into his deck. That is damn, that's a great pickup, Callie. I did not. Damn, I would have. If you hadn't said anything, I definitely would not have realized that. But it makes sense because Thor with lightning and everything like that.
Right,
That shit.
Boom.
right.
Yeah.
That shit's fire.
Mhm.
Oh my goodness. Damn. Yo, Luffy OD. And then we see one of the craziest panels I've seen Oda draw in One Piece.
100%.
Yeah, yeah. No, that looked crazy. I was like, damn. He
Nah, he got
looked
fucked
like
up.
like
fucked
that
up,
looked worse than how Kaban did him. Like,
Oh, bro, this kind of gave me like Invincible vibes. Like, you know what I mean?
Literally.
Like how one of them died or whatever. Like this shit looks crazy, bro. And yeah, Luffy just annihilated him, bro. And everyone's just like, Straw Hats, yo, let's go. And then all the vines and stuff come off, and Colin's just like, Mommy, look. And you just see Luffy there. Ripley's crying, holding back her tears, uh, biting her lip, and she's like, and then she sees Luffy laughing, and he's like, she's like, I finally got to see Luffy all in white. He looks just like Nika. I think he really is the warrior of liberation. Before she passes out. Oh man, that shit is awesome. She's probably been waiting for that for so long. Like the kids have no
Yeah,
idea,
for sure.
but like her and like the adults, it's definitely awesome to see.
Yeah, it reminds me of the Bonnie panel in Egghead.
Yeah, no facts. And then we get, oh, is that Summer? Yeah, Summers. Summer saying, Nika, a bedtime tale for children. Hmm? And then all of a
Yeah.
sudden, you see Loki's big ass claws just come in and and he's like, "Let's go then." Right? I'm assuming he destroyed the rest of Summers, right? So Summers should be dead in theory.
No corpse, no case, bro. I don't believe it.
That's real.
All right,
That's
all
real.
right.
That's how it
wait.
goes
Yes,
in One
sir.
Piece. That's very real.
I just,
what about in this case? Because he got this, it looked like he got disintegrated. but fair enough. But fair enough.
Fair
Yeah,
enough.
no, I'm telling you, man. I gotta like see Summers. Like the auto panel, like the winner of the roof battle, Luffy. Like I need that type of
Winner
yeah, yeah.
Loki.
Or Emu saying like
Oh yeah, the
my
covenant with
connection.
Summers was broken, like that type of shit. Yeah, yeah.
Okay, that's fair. No, I only asked because like we know that Loki in his hybrid form
He did it.
killed
He did this.
killed
Yeah.
Harold, so like we know it's possible, right? So
Yeah.
um, and then I don't know, is that
Chopper
No,
and
it's Chopper.
Gabon.
And Chopper's like, "What's that?" And he's like, Gabon replies, "It must be Loki. I've never seen that before." And then he goes back to a flashback real quick, thinking about the time when he heard about the treasure. And he's like, "What's the treasure of Elbath? A devil fruit, a forbidden one. The dragon fruit, mythical type, model Niddhoggr." Oh, so Jor-El was right? Jor-El? Damn it.
Y'all roll.
Yarul. My goodness, I am way off. Uh, Yarul is telling Gabon and Shanks about the devil fruit in this.
And this looks like it's right after
The fight,
Harold
right?
was defeated. Yeah,
Okay.
right.
Definitely.
So after he ate, okay, so after he ate the fruit and everything like that. All right. So yeah, he tells them that it's the model Niddhoggr. No matter who eats it, they will transform into the largest dragon in the world, and the maximum size of the beast corresponds to the one who eats it. Which this is crazy. So in other words, if a giant eats it instead of a human, or if an ancient giant instead of a giant, the potential power of the fruit is extracted in greater measure. It is said that the obsidian dragon breathes lightning and is so vast that day falls into night when it flies. Uh, this shit is wild. So this is what, cause like Giant Luffy took Kaido and used him as a jumping rope. Like Kaido comes nowhere close to being anywhere near the size of fucking Loki, which is
Loki,
absolutely
yeah.
wild, dude.
Even this diagram is kind of insane. Like we see
Yes.
the three types of like bipedal people, like a human, a giant, ancient giant,
Yes.
and the human version of the Nidhogg is as tall as an ancient giant. Like, the scale of what that huge ancient giant one is just ridiculous. Like,
So it goes to, it makes me wonder, like, just start thinking even more about like what Vegapunk was doing, what like his studies, and like even Caesar, right, with making the kids giants and then making this type of dragon fruit because they're trying to make,
okay, you're on something.
you know what I mean? They're trying to make giant forms of these dragons or these powerful fruits or whatever. So like, uh, a lot of things are just
And
starting to click. Like it's kind of
it folds
crazy.
into Kaido, or I think
Yes.
it was Big Mom, and they're trying to make ancient giants with the numbers, right? Like,
Yes. Like,
and then a lot of dragon focus. I wonder, like, it's just because do they know about it? I don't know. I'm just curious. They're really, really curious. It's a good point.
no, it is because I mean, think about it. Even if like an ancient dragon, giant, or someone that has like oars, let's say, gets the mammoth fruit, or or king's fruit, or some shit like that, right? Like like that still would be a fucking huge ass mother. Like even that one giant wasabi. No, what is, I don't remember. Because he was already big as is, and then he got the giant fruit, and he got even bigger. Like it's the size that we're getting to in One Piece is absolutely ridiculous. Like,
Mhm.
how does Zoro compare? Like, how do our little straw hats, human-sized straw hats, compare to these guys? Like,
I
it's kind of
think this
crazy.
is a perfect showcase of like how they compare. You see that little tiny speck of human, and then you see like
No, I know, but like,
the,
like,
that.
I think it means on like a power level, no?
yeah, that's
Oh,
what I mean.
power.
And
Yeah,
the answers they don't, bro.
yeah, like, damn. So is Zoro just like out the question? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't think that's the
I think
case.
this is also another. I was talking to my boys about this. I think this is another reason why we can kind of throw out the idea of Loki joining the crew, man. I don't think that.
He's
I
too
just don't think
strong,
it fits.
bro.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
just too much, man. He's too big, too strong. Pause.
Yeah, no, I don't. Yeah, I just don't think that Loki. Yeah, like he has him being on the crew just changes too much. It does too much.
Dynamic
And they can't facilitate them. They just literally can't facilitate them. Even I don't even like. Even if they were to make the ship bigger, they still couldn't facilitate them. Like,
no, it's kind of crazy. Like unless like Zoro and Loki are like, all right, we gotta hash it out. Who's who's the right hand man here? And then they go on like fighting for days or whatever. Something like
shit, fuck right hand man. Loki will be in contention for like
Facts,
yeah, like fuck right hand man. It's like it's not even between him and Zoro. It's between him and Luffy. Like him and Luffy are gonna be fighting each other.
Luffy gotta prove himself right now. I'm not gonna lie, bro.
I don't know. I see what you mean, but at the same time, I feel like that's not how Luffy feels. I feel like Luffy like I could knock this guy out easy, bro. Like I don't know.
I mean, he did feel that way, right? He told them that's what he would do if he acts up after taking him out the handcuffs. But like, is that still the case, big bro? Say it.
You know,
right? Like he didn't know what Loki was capable of. And
he just had a
like,
feeling, bro. He just had a feeling. That's it.
Yeah, but I don't be trusting these guys on their words sometimes. Like Shamrock said the same thing. He's like, I can put you down, Loki. Like I'm like,
yeah, he said it would be the same if you were uncuffed. Uncuff me then.
Oh, bro.
Like, let's see it.
Uncuff me then. Uncuff me then.
Wild, bro.
like, let's see it, bro.
Hey, I mean, shit. Damn, your daddy couldn't do it, yo. I'm gonna knock you out. Damn, you're right, yo. I don't know, it's crazy. Loki's power level is like off the charts.
It's to the point where these guys are claiming that they would do something. I don't know if I believe them because what I see is just too much. Like, like some of these guys don't get that grace with me. The only one I got that grace for right now is still Shanks because he's like, I know Shanks is like, he's still. We have not seen an inkling of him.
Yeah.
And Shamrock we got his daddy to go off of. We got Shamrock and him being directly under his daddy. So excuse me, Shamrock and Luffy, if I don't trust y'all word right now. Like
I mean Loki showcasing is kind of OD right now, so yeah. But yeah, let's continue. Shanks replies, and due to the danger this power possesses, you've been making sure no one eats it, right? And man,
big Yarul.
Yarul. I
want to say
Ja Rule.
Why not, man? Why not, bro?
I'm petitioning now the live action. When they get to this point, they gotta get Ja Rule to play Ja Rule.
Oh shit. He's like, not quite. If anyone tries to eat the fruit, the guardian hammer Ragnar blocks their attempts. And he talks about the history. In Elbath, we have a legend about a warrior god. He wielded a weapon known as Ragnar, iron lightning, and turned into an enormous dragon to face off against the sun god. He fought alongside a trusted, loyal ice squirrel known as Ratatask. I don't know how to say that. Ratatasker. Thank you, Kelly. Ratatasker. In other words, without its master, Ratatasker chose to inhabit this weapon instead, and waits for its owner to return. So the legend says. And now Ragnar, after an eternity of standing guard over the fruit, has finally chosen. And he chose that boy Loki.
So to that kind of dispels any theory that's a devil fruit, right?
Yeah.
So it's an actual creature that fused with the hammer.
But how is that even possible?
Yeah, that's interesting. I can't lie. I don't know how. I don't understand the mechanics behind that because we all assume that it was just another weapon eating a devil fruit or whatever, or however the case may be.
Yeah, but they were separate.
I think it's ambiguous even after reading this because first off, I'm not even sure if like this is. I think this depiction could be the first world. It could be, but I also think that a similar trio happened during the Void Century. Sun God, the god, like the Giant King, and then the squirrel. Like, I think that stuff has to have happened because the Galila have been encased in ice somehow, aka that means they were probably Ragnar probably encased them in ice, right? The sun god Nika existed in the like Joy Boy, right? In the Void. I think this could be 900 years ago, but it also could be a myth of like, you know, thousands of years ago in the first world. So if they're talking about the sun god as we know him as Nika, right? Not Joy Boy, but Nika himself. I think there's a possibility that the Ragnar, the squirrel that inhabits it, could have been the same fruit that is based on the legend of Ratatoskr, just like Joy Boy ate the Nika fruit that's based off the legend of Nika, if that makes sense. You know what I mean?
Well, wait, but then what about them being separate though? Like that's the part I'm confused about. If it's supposed to be like the same thing like Joy Boy and Nika, we know that they were inhabited in the same body, unless Nika, the Nika that he's talking about, was actually not Joy Boy, but like the literal Nika sun.
That's what I mean. They're talking about the first world. Yeah, that's what I mean. They're talking about the first world, and because they also have the sun god in their legends too, right? I think it could be the case that all the things here are based on the first world, like in this conversation, and so Ragnar ate this Ratatoskr devil fruit, and became, you know, that's why it's called Ragnar, right? The Guardian Hammer Ragnar. It's not called the Guardian Hammer Ratatoskr.
But then why did Jarl said that? Basically, he made it seem like after the warrior god died or something like that, or something happened to him, that Ratatoskr, he like
possessed it.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like,
yeah, I think I just think they're wrong. Like, I think they're interpreting the legend in like the way that makes sense to them. But I think because remember this entire time we were talking about the Ragnar, like what we didn't even realize what it was. We're like, is the legendary doe fruit Ragnar itself? We had when Loki was chained up or whatever, right? And then some people, like, there was people that thought it was a doe fruit because like all we know about special weapons in One Piece has been doe fruit Zoans, right?
Yeah.
And literally a part of this, if we think it's, you know, what's it called? The first world that he's talking about, sun god Nika exists now in the form of a doe fruit. So I feel like it would make sense for a mythical zone of this Ratatoskr squirrel to exist now that Ragnar happened to eat, I guess. I think that's one way to read it. I think it could be the same squirrel, and there's like, because again, you know, it's not always devil fruits, right? Whatever Zanisha is, whatever Emmett is, whatever the power of the Buccaneers is, those aren't devil fruits, right? So it's always possible, but I'm just choosing to read it as a devil fruit for some reason.
No, I mean, I see what you're going, because like, remember we played with the idea of the whole like people's spirits turning into devil fruits, like from the past into like now, like present day. You know, just how like Nika like passed on from generation to generation. I feel like Ratatoskr might have actually just been from the original and never turned into a fruit. You know what I mean? Like he's the entity itself, and then like from primordial days or whatever, and once his, you know, master, no one was worthy, and then he just took over the fruit, took over the weapon to protect the fruit. That's how I'm taking it. Like, but
yeah, that's how Yarrow reads it too. So it makes sense.
Because it seems like it's like from like primordial days, like way back in the beginning, like mural time.
Yeah, because 900 years ago is not that long ago to the giants, right? It's only like 3 generations ago.
Yeah.
I think.
Damn, that's crazy to think about.
I know.
That's wild.
And I also think like the squirrel doesn't look like that squirrel. Like its ears are different, like way different.
Oh, man.
But that might be a small detail.
He gained some weight, bro. He ate a ham. He became a hammer, bro.
Bro, it's not wrong being a little chunky, but its ears. If you like go to the next, I don't know where we see the squirrel. I think it's in the
I'm about to say, do you have a side by side or like a?
I do not have a side by side. But the next time we see a squirrel, let's look at his ears.
No, he does look
okay.
He does look different. Yeah.
It's literally the ears are way different to me, but that's about it.
Okay.
It's not the biggest change.
I didn't pay attention to the ears, so
it's not even a big enough change for me to say like definitively, but it's just a small detail. But anyway, it could be either one for sure. But it is this is a major reveal, I guess.
It is. Damn, I wonder who the warrior god was. Because I always thought that.
Man, I started thinking Kratos. I was like, Yo, Oda was
Kratos.
was definitely playing
Backs
God of War during this time, bro.
Because in the TCB call him God of War.
Yeah, that's why I was like, oh, yo, he's talking
Listen,
about
that picture in the
Kratos
middle
right
is a
now,
good
bro.
picture. The
Fuck,
one
yeah,
where
fuck
where
you.
he's
He's talking
squeaking.
about Kratos right now.
Listen, that picture in the middle is pretty good. The one where he's squeaking, left side.
This one? Oh, this
Down
one?
two.
Oh,
Yeah, there
squeak?
you go. Boom. Yeah, look at his ears. His ears are way different. His ears are like circular,
Bro, he gained
like a
some
chipmunk
weight,
or
bro.
something.
Shit, he got
He's a
round
little
all
bigger. You know,
around.
he's been eating good in 900 years, bro. But and then go to the chapter. Like this thing's ears are like really like cat like.
He looks upset, bro.
Yeah,
Damn, he's trying to fight. He's in.
He's in fight mode. He's in fight mode. You're not lying, bro.
Look at that shit, yo, shit.
yeah.
Looking like
Maybe
Rick. He looking
Oda,
like Rigby right now, bro.
Yeah.
He does.
maybe Oda got
Lucky.
him
Lucky.
drawn differently when he's angry or something. You know, those
Maybe
things
potentially.
potentially. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I
But
said it's like a small detail. I'm not gonna use it to say
Man,
for
yo,
sure.
waiting an eternity of years, bro. Of course, getting a little weight.
It chilled him out.
Yo, he said, yeah, I went from Rigby to Chippendale, bro. Fuck out of here, bro. Shit, I'm cute now. Don't mess with me, yo. Oh man, he's even better now. But no, that like I love this lore, like learning more, and we'll see how. I want to go back and look at the mural to see if we see a little fucking chipmunk or some shit like that. You know.
the warrior god must have been one hell of a fighter, because the fact that for years on to come, anyone that tried to get the freaking fruit, the hammer alone, the squirrel plus hammer was enough is phenomenal. That's crazy.
Yeah, that team up was probably like ridiculous.
Like, I wonder if we gonna get a flashback with him fighting Nika. I wonder if that would be a thing, or if what you said, why Huss is true, that Jarl is like misreading like what genuinely happened. Maybe they teamed up to deal with someone else.
Thank you for saying that, because I think there's a lot of reason to believe that the previous user of Ragnir definitely was on Joy Boy's side. Like, again, the Gaia Law Company was, if you guys remember, the way Jarl was talking about the Gaia Law Company, he made it seem like Harald's attempts to be part of the world government, like the fact that it wasn't working out, might not have been his fault, because the Gaia Law Company, sank under the seas. What he said, that's what he called. That's what he said happened to them, right? And he was almost making it seem like their enemy, this great enemy that he talked about, was the world government. He was like making that parallel to why Harald couldn't become part of it, right? Okay. So if the Gaia Law Company were fighting against the world government and were frozen, and then we saw, Loki use the hammer. We saw Loki use the hammer. We're like, okay, maybe the hammer is what froze the Gaia Law. Think about stuff like the ancient weapons and Noah, right? How all these things from the Void Century that were on Joy Boy's side, they're like, yo, wait, 900 years, Joy Boy's gonna come back, and then it's gonna be time, right? Rox knew about the fruit, the Niddhoggr, and he said you're the only person that can. Well, actually, I don't know if he talked about the Gaia Law Company in relation to it, but he also talked about the Gaia Law Company. So my point is that the Gaia Law Company might have been frozen by the previous Giant King who wielded Ragnir, right? And that's a thing we see a lot of, like, from Joy Boys people, like, let's hide Pluton in Wano, right? Let's open the borders and let Pluton out when Joy Boy comes back. Let's hide the Ark Noah at Fishman Island. It's, when Joy Boy returns, it's going to be used, right? And I think that the Giant King of the past did that to keep the Gaia Law Company, maybe to make a new Pluton or something like that. I have no idea. But either way, remember that panel a few chapters ago when the flashback, right before the flashback ended, Emu said Elbaf is of the D. Yeah. And to me, that I was saying, like, I've been saying that the D means Joy Boy's crew or people. And I think that Joy Boy and the Ancient Giant King definitely teamed up in the Void Century. And we're seeing tidbits of it.
Okay. Right. Yeah, and I can definitely get behind that. I definitely could see that being the true history or whatever. So I wonder, what does it mean for today, though? So with Loki in that position, kind of right now, and then we got Nika, aka Luffy, here. Do you think that this is a one-to-one parallel to the past of, like, what's happening, or is this something kind of different?
I think the end of the chapter is kind of like showing that, there was a recognizing, you know what I mean? Like they're recognized, and then they're like, oh, this is still here. So I think that's even more proof that, like, this kind of trio happened 900 years ago. Luffy, or Sun God Nika, aka Joy Boy, the Giant King, and Ragnir. So I don't know. I feel like that's what Oda's been doing, right? I feel like we talk about how many parallels there are in like cyclical things, right? So it could be that these exact things happened. I mean, there's like the the Wano King, you know what I mean? Like Vivi's probably Lily's, blah blah blah, right? It seems like that's what Oda's going for.
Yeah.
That they're going to be a cyclical, and then they're gonna make things right this time,
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll see. All right, let's keep it going. All right, so we see this crazy panel of Loki just chasing after the sleep tids, and they're all running away scared. And he's like, "Baru!" and just shoots lightning at these guys, entirely annihilating them, which is awesome.
I saw somebody say from that. Well, you can go to the next panel, but because it's the continuation of the attack.
Okay.
But I saw somebody say that this attack would have leveled Marineford.
Oh, really?
bro.
What do you guys think?
It makes sense to me, bro. People,
It makes
this is like
sense.
this is Elbaf, like that shit is huge.
Yeah.
It's making these
it's bigger
trees
than
look small.
Marineford. Like, it's inherently bigger than Marineford. Marineford was catered to like the sizes of mostly like regular sized humans with some giants in mind. That Elbaf is supposed to be a place that houses giants and ancients.
Right.
And freaking Loki is leveling that expectation of even for ancients, like with this attack. So
Yo, it's
I don't
crazy
know.
because at the start, when Luffy first was introduced to Loki, and he was like, "Free me, and I'll wipe one pirate crew of your choosing." Like, the more we get into Loki, the more he really might not have been capping, man. I'm not gonna lie.
He
bro,
definitely
none of
was
them.
not. He
He
definitely
none of
genuinely
them
could
stand a
have
chance,
wiped
bro.
one pirate crew of his choosing for sure.
But yeah, this to me is like, it looks like in like NL's blast that destroys Skypiea. Like it could be that or bigger. Like it's actually ridiculous. And the blast looks huge in the distance, right? And like we're seeing that from Loki's perspective, who's already huge. And like this guy is like a walking ancient weapon, bro. It's ridiculous.
No, it's true. The Thorheim and everything, like, and then just this panel's sick because you see the aftermath, seeing all those sleep tids getting destroyed, the amount of firepower he's putting out, and not only do we, the audience, see, but who else is watching? Emu or Gunko Emu Gunko.
Gunkimu?
Yeah.
Gunkimu? Yeah.
Gunkimu is disgusting.
Oh man, just watching the destruction and sees, the new monster trio because by Zoro and Sanji, Luffy's with his new friends now. And
That's actually funny.
That is disgusting.
That's
the new
crazy.
monster trio
Hey,
is Luffy,
they legit
Luffy,
monsters,
Loki,
bro.
and the fucking squirrel
I don't know
is
what to tell you.
crazy
They are, bro. They
work.
are.
That
They
is
actually are
crazy work.
monsters.
I mean, technically they're the new monster trio. I mean, the Straw Hats could have the Straw Hat trio, I guess. But
That's
Zoro
tough.
Sanji, you guys got retired, bro.
That's tough. Smoking on that Zoro Sanji pack. That's tragic.
Made a trade, bro.
Oh shit! Hey, Luffy
That's
did
tough.
Oda did it on screen right there, bro. That panel, that three of them right there. I don't know what to tell you. That looks like a postcard right
Bruh.
there. All right.
Oh
So,
God! If Loki, if in a world where Loki joins the Straw Hats, that's game over for any pirate crew. I don't think there's a single pirate crew that could touch them. Like legitimately,
bro, they're not the Straw Hats after that, bro. They're the Loki pirates, bro.
oh man, there's the whole Captain Phillips thing. Like I'm the captain now. But yeah. So Emu says to themselves, "I see. So Niddhoggr, that's where you were." Yeah, and that's how the chapter ends.
I don't know if you guys saw the or like Emu being shocked that the Elbaf fruit is an Elbaf.
Yeah, no, everybody's been memeing. Everybody's literally been memeing that.
That
I've seen
killed
so many
me.
memes on that shit.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
Which
Yeah,
is kind
I
of
was
like,
confused by it. I was
though.
like,
Yeah, like,
didn't you know this? Like,
how
wait,
did you not know
what?
this?
Like I was like, wait, why is he acting like he didn't know that the fruit was there? Like,
well, he definitely didn't know it.
You know what? Maybe. Oh, you know what? I think that the reason why I forgot. There was, I don't know if he knew exactly why Harold died. He knew he got defeated by a stronger combatant, or like
No, but he says Niddhoggr. Like, he drops the fruit by name,
But
like he's aware of the
that's
fruit's existence,
that's
even if
where
he doesn't know that Loki was the one that used it to kill Harold. He's aware of the
Yeah,
fruit's
but
existence.
no. I'm not saying he didn't know that the fruit didn't exist. What I'm excusing him for is not knowing like exactly where it was, because probably he either figured that Harold was done in by the fruit, or a stronger combatant than Harold himself, or maybe both. He never explicitly said, but it's entirely possible that, he was sent over God's Knights or Gorosei to keep tabs, or to try to figure out where that fruit was, and they probably couldn't find it the whole time. Especially since Loki went out to sea. And I don't think Loki ever transformed while out to sea while all those years. So it's like, if he keeps tabs on the entire world, I'm pretty sure someone would have been like, oh, hey, like, there's a big ass dragon, like, that's like 20 times, 50 times the size of everything. And, they would have been like keeping tabs on him. You know what I mean? But the fact that like he's now just like, oh shit, that's where you were. Like, they legit probably could not find the fruit whatsoever.
You know what's interesting? I was really curious right now. So I looked back at the chapter where Rox was talking about the two fruits, and he says one of them is most likely on Elbaf. Even he knew where it was, which is interesting to me. Like, I mean, it could be the case that his upbringing gave him special knowledge that Emu wasn't, which would make sense if they were hiding the fruit from Emu. But I think it's more of a funny thing that like he couldn't have guessed it was in Elbaf, because technically he didn't.
Fruit is in Elbaf that was last used by the Elbaf warrior.
We know, no. So we know
technically he didn't know it got reincarnated in Elbaf. I understand.
We know that no. So we know that Emu knew that the fruit was most likely in Elbaf. We know that. What I'm saying is, after he tried to get Harold to eat the fruit, and that did not happen, I don't know if he was privy to what killed him, because he made it seem like it was like a very like powerful combatant, but he didn't make it. He didn't go into specifics. So because of that, what I'm saying is he probably sent people, or for whatever reason, he probably either sent people or he speculated or whatever that the fruit was there, but he just did not know where it was, since Harold was his only means of getting the fruit at the time. So he probably
I actually think he had no idea what happened to Harold. I went back and looked. He said those traits he's talking about, being a God's Knight, being a giant. He said, and yet he said those traits made him a monster, and yet he was still killed. Who could have? And then he doesn't finish sentence. He was probably going to say, who could have guessed? He says, it's something unforeseen lurking on Elbaf. So he didn't really have any idea what the hell killed Harold.
Okay,
and they were like,
he didn't see it.
They were like, yo, let's go check. Let's use the Abyss Pentagram and go teleport there and check. And he's like, nah, chill. It's only going to result in the death of another knight. He definitely had no idea it was on Elbaf. But again, like, there's no real indication that he would have known. Obviously, you could guess it was on Elbaf. But it could have reincarnated anywhere, right? Just like Joy Boy's fruit was hiding from him.
Oh yeah, true, right? True.
There was no set place where that was.
Man,
so then that brings up. That's on my point. Then, like you're like you.
No, I'm with you. Yeah. It's just funny that he didn't think it would be an Elbaf.
He was a fraud, bro. Like the whole time he's like, yo, I knew about the Niddhoggr. Why haven't you? Like, get out of here.
Yeah, like go find that. But yeah, so this is actually the last part of this page where he sees where he looks at them and then he thinks back, like think about that, like Oda, even the way he framed it, like Oda, like Emu looks at the Niddhoggr and it's such a personal revelation to him that Oda shows the real Emu thinking about it. You know what I mean? He couldn't even let the persona of Emu Gunko think about it. I know they're the same person, but I'm making a point about the framing. So to me, this trio clearly happened in the Void Century when Emu took over. So Elbaf Giants being like, I think the royal, like it's gonna be like Loki D Elbaf or whatever, is what I'm trying to say.
Loki D Elbaf, it's crazy.
Yeah, be ready, bro. And then I'm gonna clip this exact part of the podcast.
I feel it.
Yeah,
I feel it.
I definitely respect it.
But yeah, to me that was like my favorite part of the chapter, getting some lore that could be the first world, right? It's freaking crazy, bro.
It is.
I mean, obviously Loki dropping a nuke.
Easy nuke too. Like, man, I don't know.
Yeah, I think Loki has the Loki might have to go up in the tier list after this one. I'm not gonna lie, man.
Bro, Shanks did not fight that nigga, bro. I don't believe it, bro.
The contentiousness.
I'm telling you, I never believed it. I just settled. I don't believe it, bro.
Then why was he?
this
You
is
got to
crazy.
answer the big question. Then why was he chained? Like
He called him a coward, bro. He like I don't know. He sea-stoned him or something, bro.
You see stoned him. I mean that
That's
don't count as a
Something,
dub.
bro.
Oh no, wait,
Not
that
not
don't
to
count as a
not to
dub?
Loki, bro.
Stuffed him with the sea cuffs, bro. Just punched him real quick in the face, knocked him out. Shit, I ain't-
Yeah, like dude, Smoker had the real juice all along, like to use the sea-stone weapons.
Yeah.
I'm about to say like if someone has a weapon that is a direct counter to you, I still count that as a dub because like especially if you challenge them,
You just got
like,
counted.
like
Nah, he got got. He got got. He got got. He got got.
You win a 7-3 matchup. You still won the matchup. Like you got to hold back.
Facts. That's facts. That's facts. But is the 7-3 player a stronger player than the 3-7 player? That's all I'm
Oh,
saying.
here we
Bro.
go.
That's
Here
the
we
tale
go.
that's old as time.
yeah, the debate that's old as time. It's like if I direct countered you, am I actually stronger? Yes or no? Like,
They have those debates like the number one player who loses to the 7th seed all the time. Is he better than the second player who always gets second?
Yeah,
Like those,
classic.
those are some funny classic ones. But I don't know. We'll see. And I just think it's interesting that like they never explained that when they explained the first cover up. So we'll have to see, man.
No, yeah.
yeah.
Oh man, what a
This guy Summers is just getting beat up left and right. By the way, like
good.
Yeah, and honestly, because I wasn't here last chapter, so I didn't get to say it. But like when he went on that first monologue, when the children were
Yes.
falling to their deaths or whatever, and the parents came to rescue them, and he started tweaking out.
Yeah.
The minute I saw that, I'm like, this guy is about to get his ass beat, crazy style. Because Oda never misses with drawing these super villainous characters, like cartoonishly villainous, and then drawing them get their just desserts. Like he never fails in that department. So as soon as I saw him with that monologue, I knew that this was gonna happen, and lo and behold, Luffy splits his head in two. So.
Bro, that shit was crazy, and I feel like I don't know. Oda might be tuned in a little bit with things going on, like this guy attacking children and shit like that. Like, no, we don't mess with that here. Luffy
Never
would,
that, bro.
Luffy would destroy that shit, and that shit was crazy. Because that panel might be one of the most gruesome panels I've seen Oda draw. Like,
nah, man got his head split, bro. That was crazy. It was like that guy's head exploding on Egghead.
yeah,
Yeah, no, it was bad. It was bad. Well, bad and gruesome, but fuck.
No, it was great.
You
It
gotta
was
hold
great.
that.
It
Yeah,
was
great.
sick.
It was actually great.
It was well earned.
well,
It was
yeah.
well earned.
I just wonder, like, where are the rest? Like, are we ever gonna get a typical Straw Hat arc where they all have like a one-on-one again?
I assume towards the end. I think we will towards the end.
Yeah, I think at this point, Oda might be saving that for like the very end battles because it feels like Oda is like because if Oda is on the track to try to finish One Piece as quick as he possibly can while keeping the story cohesive and still making a semblance of a sense and stuff like that, he would probably decide to save the 1v1s for each individual Straw Hat for the very end. Like, okay, guys, this is the last hoorah. Y'all remember this from pre-time skip. Some of us, like, I'm bringing it back for this one time, for the final time, type shit. So,
yeah, we need that, bro. Because this chapter, like, I'm always hyped to, and honestly, it's my favorite thing about One Piece is getting the story, the history, all that stuff. So I'm not really complaining, but I see people talk about, like, Straw Hats are, getting scraps compared to Luffy.
They'll get their just desserts, but I think unfortunately One Piece is just past the point of each character getting their own individualistic shine in every single arc. Like One Piece is just too big of a story now for that to continue to be the case in every single arc.
Yeah,
I generally think the next time that we see a 1v1 between each Starhead is probably the Blackbeard fight. Whenever that happens.
That definitely has to happen.
Is guaranteed. That's guaranteed to happen.
Yeah, and honestly, the way the story is looking, I assuming that'll be the next time that happens because after Elbaf, we're in the end game. I don't see anything. I don't see any more pieces falling together. Besides that, yeah, that would be my prediction.
No, that has to happen for sure.
What do you guys think? I want to go back to one Oda's jump fiesta whatever message. Where he was like, Because it looks like we're getting towards the climax of this arc, and it'll soon be winding down. I don't want to say soon, but within a certain amount of time. And I wanted to go back to Oda's message where he said something along the lines of everything is gonna wrap up soon in Elbaf, but a twist is coming, or something along those lines. I don't remember the exact quote. Do you guys have any predictions as to what the surprise might be? Let's say that Loki comes in, cleans up Emu, and wraps everything up nicely, and the twist has, I'm assuming, nothing to do with what's going on the island right now, right? You guys have any predictions to what else might possibly occur?
The biggest one, the very biggest one is Blackbeard showing up and taking Nognir fruit, like just taking that, or Niddhoggr's fruit. That's
Right.
that's the one I'm thinking of, because it's like he made it excuse me, he made it clear to showcase, like, I feel like him showing the different sizes of, you know, all the different versions that Niddhoggr could be when someone of a different size eats the fruit or whatever. I feel like it's low key giving us a premonition. I mean, not just showcasing, like, you know, why Loki is so big, but it's also showing us, like, okay, what it could possibly be if someone else eats the fruit. Like, because he's throwing it out there as like a caveat, like, okay, guys, this is how big Loki is, but understand that this is not how big someone will generally be when they eat the fruit.
When they eat the fruit, yeah.
Yeah, and the reason why is because if Blackbeard comes and take the fruit, Loki's already given. I mean, not Loki, but Oda's already given us a foreshadowing of like what his general size would be if he did it.
That's a good point. I didn't think about that. I know that Blackbeard theory has been floating around. Honestly, I think Wyhus was the first one that he floated that a while ago.
You're really my dog, man. I appreciate you, bro.
I remember that you floated that idea a long time ago, but
Yeah.
it's definitely looking more and more like that's going to be the possibility.
It's funny because I kind of abandoned it a little bit because I feel like Loki, like, he's just getting so
strong.
much shine, and he is too strong. But again, like, I mean, I think Shanks got his ass, so I think Blackbeard evolved. Like, Blackbeard is the most conniving, you know, person of all time. So I wouldn't put anything past him. But I do, like, I just think that, like, they seem like they're giving Loki a big role. I mean, if he's supposed to fill in the role of the Giant King from Joy Boy's crew, for example, if that's, you know, what really happened back then, it would be wild. I mean, it would be a welcome twist actually for Oda to say, okay, this is the path we're going on, and then twist it. You know what I mean? With someone like Blackbeard, and like you said, Kyle, like back then there was a lot of reason. And there still is a lot of ties between Loki and Blackbeard with Rox and all that stuff. And a big thing is that Rox famously was like, I'm not going to force Harold to do anything he doesn't want to do. And for Blackbeard to be like, even like, maybe he doesn't know how connected Loki and Rox is, it would still be a symbolic showcase of the difference between Rox and Blackbeard for Blackbeard to take Loki's fruit when Rox didn't want to do that. Exactly.
Right. I can definitely see that happening. I agree 100%. Any other guesses besides that? Because I know that's the leading one, but
so another one I'm thinking of is potentially, you know, Shanks coming in with the entirety of his crew, and then we finally get a Yasop Usopp reunion.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. That's cool. That's cool, but that would not be the first thing I think about when I think of the Shanks crew coming. I'm thinking of Luffy and Shanks reunion before I'm thinking.
Well, yeah, but
Yasop and Usopp.
The reason, well, yeah, that's a given though. But the reason why I'm saying that is because we all been saying like how underwhelming it's been for Usopp thus far, and I think that like Oda, you know, putting emphasis on that, or maybe even just a few crew members, and it's just Yasop and a couple of others coming back, or for whatever reason, and we seeing Yasop not only talk to Luffy again because, you know, they cool and stuff, but Yasop being reunited with like Usopp could give a little bit of characterization that we've been missing from this arc with Usopp, that I feel like is one of the few redeeming things that could happen. Because honestly, at this point, with this scale of things that are happening and us talking about the lack of 1v1s, I don't see what Usopp could do to, you know, come back from this in this arc in particular, even though this was supposed to be led up to be like a very Usopp-centric arc. You know what I mean? So that's the only thing I could possibly think of.
I think that makes sense. I'm just thinking about this now that like Blackbeard and Shanks, like them appearing in the story might coincide, right? Because Shanks is chasing Blackbeard, it seems like, based on asking his crewmates, where his whereabouts and all that stuff. So that might be that might be a double feature, like end of the arc.
Shanks and Blackbeard both show up on Elbaf. Holy fucking shit,
Like,
dude.
because that's really what Shanks is doing, right? Shanks is chasing this guy, right? So I feel like it makes sense for them to appear at the same time. If
Is
that
he
does
chasing
happen,
him though? Because I feel like the last we
No.
heard of Shanks, he said his goal was to start claiming the One Piece. I mean, last we saw of Shanks, he was smoking dude's shit.
what arc was it? Oh, it was before he smoked Kid. I think he was asking.
Before he smoked Kid, he was like, "Beckman, it's time to find the One Piece." Then he smoked Kid, and then he smoked
Well, no, he said Beckman's time to
Bartholomew.
find the One Piece at the end of Wano, and then in Egghead, I don't know which part
and then
it
he
was.
smoked Kid. That was in Egghead.
Not Bex, but there was I don't know if it was the what's it called, the Bartolomeo part of the beginning of Elbaf. Was that the beginning of Elbaf? I don't know. I'm losing track. But either way, there was a point where he was asking his intelligence officer about Blackbeard's whereabouts. I'm not making that up, am I?
That might be during
the Kid. That was during the Kid thing.
That might have been the Kid thing.
That was during the Kid thing. But before then, when they were at Wano, they were talking about Shank. Lucky Roo was saying like, "Hey, Shanks, don't you want to see Luffy? He's a Yonko now. Let's go. He's a great pirate. Like, let's go see him." And then he's like, "I don't want to see him yet. Not yet." Plus, on top of that, someone else on his crew, either Ben Beckman or someone else said, and plus on top of that, we got to deal with his follower, that Bartolomeo guy.
Yep.
Yeah. Which they showed.
Yeah.
And yeah, that was crazy. But I don't know. Him circling back and coming to Elbaf, I could potentially see, but they did make it seem like
he was past that. That's how
like he.
There was another. Okay, I had to look it up. There was another. I was sure that Shanks was chasing Blackbeard, and I was trying to find out why I was so sure about that. That when Kid jumps them, and he jumps to he's with his crew before he jumps off, and he's like, he asks his intelligence officer, any news on Blackbeard? And the guy says, nope. Last we heard, he left Pirate Island. Shanks says, I was sure he was going to show his face in Wano. So it's like it's almost like he went there a little bit to like, let me see if he pulls up. I don't know if it was to protect Luffy. Yeah, I don't know, like, but that's why I said if Blackbeard appears, it might coincide with the Shanks pull up. But I mean, maybe I would want to do them one by one. But it could just be a side thing. I mean, he clearly went after Bartolomeo, like you guys said.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm trying to think if there's anything else shocking, like a crazy twist that could happen.
Well,
but there's still there's still that thing about I'm sorry to cut you off, Mom, but there's still that thing about why you shouldn't overstay your welcome on Elbaf, right? I don't know what that could be.
I completely forgot about that shit. Holy hell!
Same.
Because a lot of people are theorizing that could be a time thing, right? Like time moves differently on Elbaf, and then they're gonna leave, and it's gonna be like years have passed or some shit like that.
Yeah, I remember saying that early on when we first started, because it'd be a way for like forces like Wano to level up or get the experience. Like we get Momonosuke like ready, because we knew that we left him that he needed to train, but now it's been like a year or two, and he's had training, and now like the forces of Wano are ready to join Luffy and them. But
something that recently happened that I was thinking about this recently, and it was about that line that Imu said when he first pulled up. He asked the Gods Knights, "What's taking so long?" And it's like, bro, we've been here for like 30 minutes.
Yeah.
So I was like, from an outside perspective, does it feel like they've been there for a long time? I just thought that was interesting.
That's an interesting way to look at it. I just assumed he was just rushing them, just in general.
That's why I still think I still think that's the case. Personally, I still don't know if I hold credence to the whole time skip thing at Elbaf specifically, because you have figures that have overstayed their welcome plenty of times that we've seen so far in like flashbacks and time, mostly Scopper Gaban.
Yeah, Gaban is the one that makes it seem like it's normal.
He looked younger. Like they mentioned in his appearance before, because he's like he doesn't realize
he looks like an old man to me.
No, I know, but like, but he was saying when Shanks came back, like, because he didn't like realize the amount of time that has.
Yeah, he actually did make something like that. He's like, it's really been 14 years or something like that.
He made a comment like so.
But
I think it's just her subtle
I think
hint.
it's-
I think it's subtle hint.
I feel like that's a little bit of
I
a
think it's crumbs
throwaway.
too. I think it's crumbs
Yeah,
too, man. I'm not with you 100%, but it you know, there's a little bit.
Because come on, in real life, we be like time flies back fast for people who are older, and like as you get older, you be like, oh damn, it's been this long, like da da da. Like I get where you're coming from. Like that could be low key like a little like, you know, hint wink wink. But I personally I don't know if I like buy into that yet, because Gabon still aged. Like he still aged correspondingly to the time that
And
is
they said it was
reflected on the
they said it was
outside.
20 years too. The Giants. They said he's been here for 20 years too.
Yeah, see, so that's why it's too. That's why I can't get behind the time thing, because if it was the case that Elbaf ages slower, Gabon should theoretically look younger, right? He should still look young, or relative to like when Shanks came.
No,
in
you're
first
right. You're
off,
right. You're right. You're right. You
Compared
should have some
to
black hair
Rayleigh?
still.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we'll see.
him and Rayleigh definitely the same age, but
Yeah,
we definitely have to see.
because
It's definitely interesting theory for sure.
Is Oda. Yeah.
Yeah,
And
it's
we
definitely
also
interesting theory for sure.
still haven't seen whatever the hell is on the heaven layer of Elbaf, right? The top part of the tree,
The
like
very top layer.
True.
Yeah, that could be the twist too. Like whatever is up there, and that could be where the fucking council, the BS, like
those elders, right? Yeah.
Well,
And when I think of Flashy finish, I think of like the end of Egghead, you know, like literally like the hockey, the Joy Boy hockey, like the you know, that kind
But
of level
I don't think he used like the wording he used when he said that shit at the end of the Jump Fest or whatever was like it's gonna be like a twist, a surprise is gonna happen, like something we don't expect. Was I think the wording that I can't remember.
Yeah,
the
he
exact
says just I have it in front of me. He says we return to the present day, talking about the end of the flashback. He said just when your perspective on Elbaf has started the shift, boom, it ends with a big flashy finish, and from here on out things get really intense.
Okay, so you know what? I might be reading too much into it.
No, but I still think it means like when you think your perspective on Elbaf started, I still think it means like something crazy is gonna happen. I don't know if it means like I think you're right still.
I think I think it's possible that like right now everyone thinks everything's gonna be okay, but something's gonna happen. I think because I know you guys mentioned before that you I think was it Callie? Was it you that said that you think Loki might die?
Yeah.
Right.
Well, that was the theory that we had, was that
well, yeah, I remember. But
he died to Blackbeard. That's what Wyatt floated that theory a while ago, and I subscribed to it. But yeah, that Blackbeard's gonna come kill Loki.
I don't care.
But just Loki dies in general.
Yeah. So I'm thinking like because just how powerful he is, like I don't see how this dude gets off of this island. Like Imu's gonna let Loki, like this Niddhoggr, get off this island without something happening. So I do think this might.
Yo, you said that shit like a slur, bro. This Niddhoggr.
Stop.
That was crazy.
Oh, my bad.
Stop.
Oh man. But damn, you fucked me up.
Yeah. I see what you mean in the sense that like who could even like mess with this guy, right?
No, yeah. So I think the twist is
like
we think that Loki's gonna get off the island and stuff like that, but he actually doesn't, and he's like locked in a battle with Imu Gunko, until further notice, or who knows? I don't know, or something happens. I don't know. It so many possibilities still, but like I said, it's looking good right now, but you never know. Imu seems a little too calm and collected.
Nah, you're right, bro. Like right now we're at a point where the tide has shifted completely. I saw a great comparison where like this originally like this conflict started with these nightmare creatures that were peeking over the mountains and the trees, and we're like, yo, how are we even gonna deal with this shit? And now it's the exact opposite. Like, I feel like the Goddess Knights are like, yeah, what are we supposed to do about this freaking dragon, right? We're actually on the like upper hand 100% here. So it's gonna be like Imu's not gonna let it go too easily, and also there's the possibility of subterfuge from Blackbeard, blah blah blah, right? I definitely agree. We're not gonna get off this easy. But here's actually where I will point out about another thing about the reason I think Loki probably gets off the island, and again, like this whole comparison with Imu looking at them and seeing the past, like the past Joy Boy, blah blah blah. Now the only that is a role to play. Mister, if you pull up the mural, it's chapter 1138. I'll just give you a link in a second. Don't worry, I got you. The mural has a depiction. I think we talked about it the chapter 1173 when we first. No, we talked about it last chapter 1174. That people think that the mural is the dragon on the mural is is
Niddhoggr.
Loki, the Niddhoggr, right? I don't know if we talked. I think we talked about it that chapter. At the
Yeah,
very
we
bottom.
said we talked about it a little bit last chapter. Yeah.
So when Mystic gets to the bottom of the chapter, we'll see what the Niddhoggr is doing in that panel. It's shooting flames and like fighting what appears to be the Serpent of Fire from the first world, right? If we read the murals like right to left or whatever. So the god of the land was enraged with the Serpent of Fire, cast the world into ruin. People think the Serpent of Fire is supposed to represent the red line, which was actually confirmed in this arc when it was in the beginning of the Herald flashback. Him and Ida are talking to some random humans, and they refer to the Serpent of Fire or the red serpent as the red line. So it confirms that from Little Garden, that theory that everyone had for literally like 15, 20 years. It's really crazy. So people think that that actually the Serpent of Fire is like a real thing. And it's encased within the red line somehow. And so
What if that's his skin?
it could be,
Like,
it could
outer
be.
layer?
And even,
Yeah, like if it's a serpent, serpents shed skin, right? What if
Boom.
that's
Yeah.
his shedded skin?
it 100% could be. So, and the thing is that so if this mural is depicting maybe not the past, the future, just overall, it could be like a mix of both. People think that the Niddhoggr could be fighting the Serpent of Fire in some big clash or whatever, and that would have to be in the future because I don't know if we've heard about it or whatever. So people think that in the future, Loki is going to be the one to defeat the Serpent of Fire, break the red line, blah blah blah. Because honestly, what else could do it, right?
He is the destroyer. Luffy
Boom.
is definitely not big enough. Because we see Luffy, unless Luffy's able to get into an ancient giant form, like get even bigger, I highly doubt that. It makes sense, and also it looks like in this, like the Niddhoggr is protecting the tree, which is.
Oh my god, that's another good point.
Assuming
Yeah,
the Elbath Atom tree, so.
definitely. And so, like shout out to Morge because a lot of this is his theory, and like a big part of it is that the Earth God, right? The Earth God, if he's responsible for the Serpent of Fire, someone that can destroy Earth is Blackbeard's fruit, right? So if Blackbeard is possibly the person who unleashes the Serpent of Fire, that could still fulfill the Blackbeard versus Loki contention that we've been thinking about. You know what I mean? With them being Rox's disciples, quote unquote.
True.
So I think that could be a role for Loki in the future, is why he might not die here.
Yeah.
That's
I
something
don't
that came
think
out of
if
last week's chapter.
If Loki dies, I don't think it's Emu that puts him down right here. I think it would be like, something unexpected, but I still think it would be like Blackbeard with his devil fruit or something like that. And then he'll take this. I'm trying to think, is there any more possible twists that could happen? Oh, we still don't know the man marked by flames yet.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
we definitely don't. Y'all forgot about this dude. Yo,
and
holy shit.
Oda kind of brings it up a little bit in the end. He says after he talks about the big flashy finish, from here on out things get really intense. And then he says, and then the next paragraph starts with that island that only the Pirate King ever reached. The man marked by flames appears, right? So it seems like he's setting up that in 2026, the man marked by flames will appear. We'll get the 4th road poneglyph, and we'll go to Laugh Tale. So maybe that could be the end of this arc. Could be after.
Because if I'm being honest, I think that Loki's fruit reveal, I don't want to say signifies the end of the arc, even close to the end, but we're definitely heading into like the second half of it at the very least.
Yeah, I agree.
So I definitely think that we're gonna get into a lot of these answers sooner than later.
Bro, real talk, we've been on Elbaf for like 50 chapters almost, I think, right? It's like 1120s.
Yeah.
It's been like a year, 2 years since we've.
It's been
Yeah,
like
it's been
a
like-
year
it's-
and some change.
It's been like a year and a half about. Almost
and a
2,
half,
I think.
yeah.
I think it's almost been almost 2 because we started in 1127. And we're on 1175. So we've literally 50 chapters worth, right? Usually like 30 chapters is once per year, right? So almost 2 years of Elbaf. Bro, like this arc might not be that long. We might literally have like 15 chapters left. Like less than that.
Yeah. Shit. So if Elbaf is wrapping up soon, at this point, what do y'all hope for in terms of like Usopp? And I keep bringing him back up, but it's just I ain't gonna hold you. I'm low key sad. Like,
My man's depressed, bro. He said, "Yo, Usopp, bro. Usopp, when you
Oh, that was
get your
funny.
shine, son." Like,
cause like it was I always when I started watching / reading One Piece, I always used to wonder how Oda was going to transform Usopp, right? And I thought that this was going to be the arc to do it because of his love for giants, the brave warriors of the sea, the fighters, the greatest fighting squadron, basically the entire world, and their honor codes and all that. I just wanted to see how that was going to rub off on Usopp, and it don't feel like anything is going to happen. So I don't, especially if it wraps up in 10 chapters or less or whatever. Like, I don't know.
I mean, it ain't my story, bro. Oda got a plan.
That was so real.
Oda got a plan.
It ain't my story.
It's too real. It's too real.
Yeah,
It's just
like,
he said, "I am at the mercy of Ichiro Oda."
Yeah,
bro.
dude, like, I don't know what else to say. Like, if he gives it to us, he gives it to us. If not, then it fell by the wayside because he wants to finish things, which I get. And there's bigger story to tell, but I don't disagree with your disappointment because I would be disappointed too. I just think we gotta let shit play out, and I have faith in Oda. He hasn't let me down, for however long he's been doing this, 25 years. I don't think he'll let me down yet. And also, I keep looking at this mural. A few things that keep standing out. Because there's definitely something in front of Frankie that we don't see, and like it's either the Arc Maximus shooting lightning at the tree, or the tree shooting
Whatever
lightning
is there
at the Arc. You know what I mean? And then if you look at the fire serpent thing, I just know that it has a bunch of X's on it, and I'm just like, does that signify something? Because I know we talked about the X meaning stuff in the past, and then with the Straw Hats and everything like that, Romance Dawn. I don't know. It's just
for some reason, all I can think of with the X is the how the whales were hitting like Laboon, and then at the end after Fishman Island, we saw the whales on the other side were hitting their heads against the red line, and they had like similar like scratches on their face and stuff like that. That's all I can think of. Yeah, I have no idea. What do you? Okay, I guess those are the minks above. Like I'm thinking of the people fighting Emu or whatever that demon is. Above Loki. No, Loki's okay. No, I see Loki. Okay, never mind. I'm wondering what the thing under the sun. There's like a squirrel thing. Is that a mink or is it Ragnar?
So
right below Luffy.
Yeah, I think it's a mink.
It's a mink. Eh? Yeah, that makes sense.
Because we have Luffy. You have
Lunarians, I guess, and then
you have the giant, like oars type of giant, an ancient giant. Would that be Loki? I guess.
That's definitely Loki. Yeah.
Yeah. Then behind you have the Wano, the samurai and ninja.
Yep.
And the ship, and then you got above that. I'm not entirely sure. Is that Alabasta?
Maybe Alabasta.
Yeah. Then you got whale people. I don't know.
Yeah, whatever the hell that is, bro.
But then
Whale people.
But then you also got this creature back here, right? This
which looks like a Sulong mink to me.
Sulong mink. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I have no idea now.
I don't know. Then you got King's people. The Skyfowl people.
Yep.
Mermaid. You got the little
Tontadas for sure.
Tontadas. There we go. But I don't know.
But there's definitely more to this mural than we know now, because like I definitely agree. Like the Arc Maxim, I don't know why that's there, right? That's something from today's day, right? The Arc Noah is moving in a way that like it didn't fulfill its purpose before, right? It shouldn't be here if it's the past. Okay. So it seems like the mural might have more ways to read it in the future when we get more information. It might not be strictly past to future, right to left,
That's why this mural is like bugs me out a little bit, because it's showing like this shit's happening past and present at the same time. So like what if they destroyed the atom tree that is Elbath, right? And it's just time displaces everything. I don't know. Just like there's grand battles happening between the past and the future as well.
I mean, bro, maybe the big flashy finish Emo was like, the only way I can think of to defeat Loki right now, bro, just use Uranus, bro. Just drop a nuke on the whole island, like destroy Elbath, right? Like I could see that happen. That might be the
Yeah.
flashy finish or whatever.
That's also, yeah, that's definitely possible. The twist, just nuke all of Elbath.
Oof.
Which, damn.
Yeah. I mean, we'll see. We'll
Like-
see. We'll see. I mean,
We'll
we got a
see,
chat.
man.
We got a chapter next week, so, you know, Oda got all the surprises ready for us. I'm excited.
Yeah, I need more.
Yeah, I'm definitely excited. I'm gonna be itching the next break week because I know he's gonna end.
Oh, he's gonna do us dirty, bro.
He's gonna do us so dirty next break week, bro. I feel it. I feel it in my soul.
I hope we
man.
get. I just hope we get 3 in a row. I hope we get this chapter, next chapter, the one after.
Yeah, that'd be nice. That would definitely be nice.
But yeah. You guys got anything else to say about the chapter today?
I think I'm one pieced out, man.
Yeah, no, I think that's about it. Fuck Summers.
Hey, fuck
Real.
Summers. Agreed.
Period.
But yeah, thank you guys for being here. Appreciate y'all. Be happy, be healthy. You know, spread some love, spread some peace to one another. Yo, fuck ice always. And
Yes, sir.
Period.
with your boys, your boy Mr. G. I'm out. Thank you, Callie, Mod, and Wiles for being here.
Yes, sir.
And,
Thank you for hosting, bro.
You're welcome.
Of course. And we'll see you guys next week. All right. Yo, peace.
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 Who gon' get down? We are. This that straw hat, sit down. We are. Who the crew with the fleet? We are. Who gon' piece that one piece? We are. Who gon' get down? We are. This that straw hat, sit down. We are. Who the crew with the fleet? We are. Who gon' piece that one piece? We are. Straw hat, sit down, crew in the building. We Corona to these other podcasts. We gon' put these people in their feelings when they hear this, and they know that they can't top this. We spit facts and we poppin'. Every time an episode is dropping, we see D3 in the corner. Mister, that's a real G with the green screen in the background. Got him looking like he in a real scene. We got Big Mod in the cut. Always ready with rebuttals, but he bring the knowledge when we in the huddle, so you know the crew is never gonna fumble. And it's Huss, last but not least. If you ask me, then Cali, mad the captain, make him rally around me. Every Sunday we gon' run deep, and we can't stop until we find out about that one piece. Who gon' get down? We are. This that straw hat, sit down. We are. Who the crew with the fleet? We are. Who gon' piece that one piece? We are. Who gon' get down? We are. This that straw hat, sit down. We are. Who the crew with the fleet? We are. Who gon' piece that one piece? We